प्राण्यांची मुक्ती आमकां ही केन्ना जाय आता जाय गायचे दूध आमचे न्हय म्हशीचे दूध आमचे न्हय कोंबडेची अंडी आमची न्हय ही धरतली कोणाची आमची आनी प्राण्यांची आमकां कितें जाय प्राण्यांची मुक्ती आमकां ही केन्ना जाय आता जाय
What do we want?
Animal liberation.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
जानवर हमसे करे पुकार
बंद करो ये अत्याचार.
जानवर हमसे करे पुकार
बंद करो ये अत्याचार.
जानवर हमसे करे पुकार
बंद करो ये अत्याचार.
Their body,
Not us.
their milk,
Not us.
their flesh,
Not us.
their skin.
Not us.
What do we want?
Animal liberation.
What do we want?
Animal liberation.
Animals feel pain.
Just like us.
Cows feel pain.
Just like us.
Hens feel pain.
Just like us.
Goats feel pain.
Just like us.
What do we want?
Animal liberation.
When do we want it?
Now.
We are trying to show people how we enslave and torture animals for things that we don't really need. The message that we are trying to give out to humans is that liberation, just how we value our freedom, the animals also value their freedom, and we shouldn't be robbing their freedom, whether it is for food or whether it is for clothing or entertainment or research, right? So that means veganism simply means not eating meat, eggs, milk, honey, or not going to zoos and circuses, not using cosmetics tested on animals, not riding animals like horse rides, elephant rides, zoos and circuses, etc. Right? Just like how we value our freedom, just like how we have families, just like how we feel joy, sorrow, pain, the animals also feel those very same emotions. Like, whenever a cow is separated from her baby, which is a very common practice in the dairy industry, because any mammal will only make milk when she has a baby. So because the milk, humans consider that it is their right to take the milk from the cow, the mother cow and the calf is separated, and the mother cow will cry and she will be desperate for days because that bond is just the same like a human mother and her child, right? And so it is with all the other animals, right? Also, animals do not want to be used for food. They do not give us milk. We steal their milk. We steal their honey. We force them to become subjects for research. We force, toxic substances into the eyes of rabbits in research laboratories. Animals in zoos and circuses are kept hungry. They are given electric shocks. They are beaten to perform all those tricks which are completely unnatural and which they would never want to do. We take them away from their natural home, the forest, and we force them to perform in zoos and circuses. So the message that we want to give out is that we have absolutely no survival need to use animals for anything. We are better off without animals. We can survive without using animals. And in this day and age, it is time to expand our circle of justice and compassion to not only include humans but also to include animals as well. So that is why we choose this date, because on 19 December we as Goans celebrate Goa Liberation Day, right? So we are trying to show the connection that human liberation and animal liberation are two sides of the same coin. That it really doesn't make sense. Liberation doesn't make sense until everyone is free, including humans and animals. So that is the message that we are trying to drive home, that everyone should go vegan, which means not using animals for any reason.
From how long you are doing this?
The Vegoan, we are a group of independent grassroots activists, and we started activism in 2017. And we do activities like this. And yesterday we had the Goa Animal Liberation March, which saw activists from different cities of India and some foreign activists as well. So we march from Dr. Ambedkar Park till Azad Maidan. And we also we do lectures in schools and colleges and social institutions, and we do a whole lot of other activities to create awareness about why we should not be using animals. So when we create change in society, if you look at all social justice movements, like if you look at the campaigns to end racism, sexism, casteism, there was a time in history when all these things were considered legal and there were no laws also against it. Just like how we consider animal slavery is legal today, But then when society woke up, when society realized that it was ethically wrong, then eventually the laws also changed. And that is how today we recognize that, that oppression against humans, evil practices against humans are wrong, and there is the supporting mechanism like laws and all to stop it. So also we are trying to create the same change for animals. Today animals, the exploitation of animals is considered completely legal because society thinks it is fine to exploit animals, but that is what we want to change, because animals have as much a right to live on this planet just like us humans. They do not deserve this treatment when they have not done anything wrong. This planet belongs to them as much as it belongs to us. So this is how we take home we drive the message that animal liberation is a very important aspect, and that each one of us are contributing to their torture. So we should stop funding this, because it is our money that is going into these industries that exploit animals. It is our money. We buy milk, we buy silk, we go to zoos and circuses, we wear leather and silk and wool. So when we stop funding these industries will also gradually, eventually be forced to shut down.
So do you think it is impactful, as you are always fighting for this? People consume lot of chicken, so do you think people will stop all these things?
Yes, because humans by nature, we are instinctively kind and we are justice oriented, but we exploit animals just because we have been conditioned by society, and because we see everyone around us doing the same thing. So we think that it's normal, natural and necessary, but it's not. But when you work towards creating awareness, then people do realize, we show video footage to people about what happens in the animal industries, and people don't know what happens to the animals behind closed doors. And we have seen people reacting with extreme grief, and so many people are going vegan today, both in India and abroad, because there are awareness movements, there are vegan groups doing vegan advocacy all over the world. So the world is changing and veganism is growing very fast.
So
and
through
even
your awareness, people are changing their mindset. You want to
yes,
say?
yes, it does.
You got a
appear.
result especially in Goa at least.
Yeah, we do have a vegan community in Goa that's doing pretty well and it's growing, and that's what we are working. See, social justice movements are never achieved in a short time, right? Even our independence struggle took centuries. It will take time, we agree, but it will eventually happen, because we are on the side of justice, we are on the side of right, and eventually it is justice that always prevails, the truth always prevails, and we will achieve liberation for animals.
When a person consumes meat or any animal product, it stays in the body for 1.5 days. It doesn't get digested immediately. While the plant-based food, if you're going as a health conscious, on a plant-based level, it digests within few hours. And if a person maintains that, his body also will feel better, he'll feel lighter, his mind gets fresher. So it's also about consciousness within yourself. What do you want to consume? Do you want to consume a slow poison that remains in your system and doesn't get digested for 1.5 days, 2 days? Or you want to go for a good and a pure diet where you will feel better in the long run? So it is also about what you consume. So how you take your own body, every body is different, every body has got their own, metabolism and stuff. But ultimately, is non-veg or any product from animal good to consume? That is the main thing. And yes, you are also causing, if people are consuming animal products, they are causing harm to the animal. Indirectly or directly, doesn't matter. That is the fact.
Once we thought from the victim's perspective, when we realized that what we are doing is an injustice to these animals. So we have folks like us all across the India, like she said, all across India and across the globe as well, where people have gone vegan after realizing that what massive levels of injustice that we are causing to these animals. So all of us are examples. Like you asked this question, right? Whether or not people will stop consuming animal flesh like chicken. I come from a hardcore non-vegetarian family. I am a Bengali. And I also come from Lucknow, which is known for Mughlai cuisine. So likewise, we all are here from different backgrounds, diverse backgrounds. We all were participating in animal abuse in one form or the other. Even the some of us were vegetarians, right? and they used to consume products like milk or honey or wear silk or wear leather jackets, we all introspected and realized that in today's day and age, we have absolutely no need to abuse animals.